Hello and welcome to this story from philkane.com, publisher of Alcohol Companion. I hope you find it useful. Please visit philkane.com for more. Alcohol. Go easy on the amygdala. Fear is often our friend, but alcohol makes it more difficult to quash unhelpful worries, so prolongs the ill effects of our misfortunes. Our sophisticated brains learn to make us wary of many things: speeding cars, public speeches, deadlines, double-dip recessions, emails from the HR department, and letters delivered in brown window envelopes. These connections are sometimes born of painful first-hand experience, but our intelligence also allows us to skip personal demonstrations and pick up our fears second-hand from stories and images. This pairing seems to happen in the amygdala, two almond-shaped structures buried deep in our brains. They specialize in linking emotions to memories, so informing our impressions and decisions. Combining feelings with rational thought allows us to navigate the world better. Nervousness will tend to make us shy away from things which might harm us, while good vibes will attract us to positive things. This interplay allows us to adapt to the demands of our surroundings. In the Australian outback, it makes sense to fear spiders more than brown envelopes. In other places, it makes more sense the other way around. Activating our alarm bells helps us heed good advice, find objects and social connections which might benefit us, or give appropriate weight to warnings or more complex arguments. But sometimes it goes wrong, and we can be fearful of things which we needn't be, like European spiders or clowns. A mixed-up amygdala may underlie many of the common mental discomforts we suffer from. Sometimes these are merely an inconvenience, but they can also undermine our lives by making us feel generally anxious about things, feel the after effects of a troubling experience long after, limit our range of choices, or underlie poor decisions. Managing our fears productively is not a sign of character, as we have often been brought up to think, based on traditional ways of looking at ourselves. It has more to do with the way our amygdala are working. Taking care of our amygdala, rather than our characters, is a better way to benefit from the emotional aspect of our thinking. Doing so is a choice which benefits us and others besides. We can recognize the burden they take and allow them to adapt and recover like emotional limbs, with their strengths and limits. Alcohol is no help, although long used to allay anxieties, from snarling pitch battles to interview rooms and first dates. We've often used it to get over the after effects of stresses too, a hard week at work, a defeat, or a nasty shock. But while drinking alcohol provides almost immediate relief from feelings of tension, it prolongs the nagging emotions we might feel after. Despite this, perhaps 3/4 of Brits over 30 use alcohol to relieve stress, with those of us who do being more likely to drink every day. If we keep it up for long enough, we will develop a dependency, which shows itself in a range of ill effects when we are not drinking, a long list which ironically includes anxiety. Alcohol is no better when we encounter big problems rather than routine ones, although we're often tempted to drink more than normal after a job loss, accident, breakup, or some other unusual trauma. But heavy alcohol use has been linked to post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, where our fear response does not turn off after a fearful event. Rats plied with alcohol continue to flinch long after a threat is gone. Rats made alcohol dependent in the lab tend to be more timid than ones that have not, preferring to stay in the less exposed part of their environment. This anxiety might also give former dependents a motive to go back to drinking. As with rats, some of us seem to be more prone to drinking in response to stress than others. We might look at our relatives for hints on this, but it is not uncommon. The most easily identifiable high-risk genetic group is men. Enduring stress, particularly the intense discomforts of trauma, is difficult, even agonizing, but it seems we recover far better without alcohol. Laying off alcohol can leave our amygdala working better. For those of us who have developed a dependency, it might take between 3 months and a year, although there are benefits along the way. In the end, there is less to be afraid of. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this story. For more, please visit philkane.com.